Good evening, Central Indiana, and welcome to another edition of Porch Time with your host, Kevin Coryell, live from JTH Construction Studio. Sunday night. It's kind of got a normal feel to it in here tonight. We've got a football coach in studio. He happens to be from Martinsville, and we're on the air. So we'll get to Coach in a second. Real quick, I want to say thank you to my sponsors. Of course, we're live in JTH Construction Studio. American Basement Solutions. Thank you so much, Mr. Larry Ralph. I know Corey's on it. Hey, real quick, happy birthday, Betty Leday. Am I missing that? Did I mess that up? I think I did. Hello, Tony. Hello, Mac. Wellspring, thank you so much for being a sponsor of the show. Bland & Boys. Larry skinned my hide.
There's another coach.
There's Coach Helms. How you doing, Rob? I'll get to Rob in a minute because we got to address that. Bland & Boys Lawn Care, who have been fighting the weather and yet keeping up with my yard. I appreciate that. Reps Fitness. Just Winging It, Judge Williams, and findthehelp.org. This is a pretty good group. If you guys need any help at all in a lot of different areas in life, we'll go to this site. It's pretty fantastic, if you ask me. Of course, I'm Stids and Son. Stids Comfort Air System. We're going to turn it down to 45 tonight when I leave. So tomorrow night when we come in here.
I'm surprised it's 71 because it's pretty chilly in here.
Are you cold?
It feels. Oh, hey, I'm never.
Easy, Rob.
I'm never cold.
You hang meat in here.
No, yeah. That's Rob's favorite saying every Monday night now. When he leaves, hang meat in here.
You notice he gets up and he's gone.
Oh, he's gone
because he's out of this room. You're welcome, Betty. Happy birthday, dear. I think that's it. I think I got all the sponsors. I hope I didn't forget anybody. Never know.
I think we just need to move him because it.
Put him over here from now on.
It's hitting me right in the face, the air. So
should I be taller? Should I put a?
Or maybe those airplane wings we can
tilt down or something. There we go.
That's all right.
Come this winter when that warm air is blowing on him.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night. Hello, Mama Baker. Tomorrow night is the last show.
See that?
She's on here. Popped on. Last show of the first season of Monday Music Hour.
I love it. First season, right?
Karina Wills. Did I mess that up? And Peyton Collier.
Karina Wills.
And Peyton Collier. And then Corey Cox.
I believe
will
Corey
be in
Cox
studio.
Is coming on, yeah.
So if you've not seen the fiddle player and Miss Wills, you're in for a treat. And Peyton Collier's been here before.
Oh, yeah.
He's hilarious and he can get it.
He's a trip.
And of course, Corey Cox is outstanding too. That's tomorrow night. But tonight, you can almost feel it when it gets a little chill. You know, in the evening when the sun goes down, you're like, dude, it's time to start popping some pads. I'm going to put some on and go out there and start running.
Where are you setting in evening time?
Well, I'm talking about when
you felt any chill?
I'm talking about when the sun goes behind the trees
right now.
Yeah, there's no chilling yet.
Oh.
Well,
I just messaged
It's going to be Rob Helms and Kevin Coryell singing tomorrow night.
It'll be Rob, and we'll be talking about how cold it is in the meat locker.
Are we having a show, Rob? Uh-oh. Well, Corey Cox was coming in, so
okay, good. We'll make
have
it.
Corey Cox.
We'll make it.
Yeah, there's no chill in the air
when the sun goes behind the trees. You can just tell it's got that.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
To it, in my opinion.
We're almost August, so.
Martinsville head football coach, second-year Coach Duggar, joins us in studio. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on here tonight.
And you agree with me, it's football season, isn't it?
Oh, it's year-round for me. Just let my wife tell you all about that. It never stops.
It never ends, does it? Second season at Martinsville, and you guys have a lot of stuff going on. First, Corey Cox will be there, and I'm working on another guest. Thank you, Rob. It all kinds of tie together. We just became one of the top sponsors for Martinsville Junior Football League. And as we talked on Sports Nuts, as Dean's brought in the Hall of Fame coaches on there, all of them have a fantastic youth program. And this year, you said the numbers are already going up.
Yeah, our like you said, the foundation of a great football program is its youth league. Right. MJFL has a rich history here. You talk to anybody who played, and they talk about growing up and playing in that league.
100%.
I think the numbers have dropped off a little bit the last 5 years or so. And the new board has been really active, and we are over 200 plus right now, which is up about 70 kids from last year.
Wow.
So the efforts have been phenomenal by all those involved. And I know you guys are a big sponsor for us, and so is Shields. And I just love the direction of where it's going right now. And it's really nice that they're allowing me to have my hand on it. You know what I mean? They're allowing me to be a part of it. And
I think that you should have some say in how things go. And Coach Siderwitz did a wonderful job over the years of doing that. And I think Coach Witt got involved a little bit too. So
yeah, no, it's important that they kind of start learning what it means to be an Artesian at a young age, and I want those kids excited about coming on Friday night. I want those kids involved in our program as much as we can, and our kids involved in the youth league,
100%.
So that when they come watch us on Friday night, hey, I know that kid, or hey, there's Coach Duggar or whoever, just so we can start building some of that and start building a little bit of a dynasty down here, hopefully.
Well, it's funny. When we were talking to Ebony, and she's a go-getter.
She's been awesome.
She's nonstop and stays on it. She wants, in her heart, she wants this program to succeed. And you cannot help but want to help her. When she was telling me, she goes, well, Shields is one main sponsor, and we're looking for you guys to be the other. And I got to thinking, I go, wait a minute, me and Brad played on the Raiders first season together. His dad coached.
Isn't it funny you remember that too? Like you remember every team you were on, everything. 100%. Yeah.
And then we graduated together and played in the Final Four together. And I'm like, and now he's on one sleeve and we're on the other. So I said we had to do it. It was a no-brainer.
Meant to be.
Right. So all we need is sheets or somebody else on the other side, and we're set.
There you
go. But yeah, we're happy to be involved with that. I think that's my theory. As much as I love football and athletics, I don't care what the kids are doing, as long as you give them an avenue of a positive path, it's going to lead to success in one way or another, and they're not going to slip through the cracks and end up riding a bike on a backpack at 3 a.m. more than
exactly.
Odds are less.
Exactly, 100%. I agree with you.
You started already. You got scrimmages this week?
Yeah, we're actually going to have a little. We've had. Let's see here. We've had 2 scrimmages so far. We scrimmaged Danville before moratorium, defending state runner-ups at 3A, and they're legit again, I'll tell you that. And then a couple weeks ago, we scrimmaged Beech Grove and Indian Creek up at Beech Grove, and then we've got one more to go. This next Wednesday, we scrimmage Monrovia, Speedway, and Riverton Park. So get after it, set up a little bit with another team, and kind of see where we kind of are in all of it.
Weather hadn't been cooperating with you very much, though. Rain-wise, has it shut you down a little bit? Or?
Really, we haven't been shut down. The first couple weeks, I think we got poured on every day, but we didn't have any lightning, so we kept going. I don't know that I've ever been rained on as much as I have in this year ever.
Right.
But it's been good for us. The Beech Grove scrimmage, we had to call about 15 minutes early because of storm in the area, but it's the same thing. We're fighting through it, but for the most part, we've been pretty lucky, fortunate. We go about 8 to 11, and it seems like those storms start right about 11:30 or noon. So it's been kind of
so getting done in the mornings, and then
yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you got coming up? Or are you allowed to talk about things you got coming in the start of the season?
You mean as far as like players and stuff? Yeah,
where you may end up practicing to start.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because there's a lot of us that have been there.
So about when I first got hired, I tried to reach out to as many alumni and people that I kind of knew or was pointing in the direction from some of my coaches, like Coach Helms and Coach Dilly and those guys, Coach Mosgrip, those guys, and McKinney on staff that would really point me in a direction to, you got to talk to this guy and this guy. And everything kept coming back to all these great stories about running this hill. Okay, this is all I ever heard about, was running this hill. And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what it was. So one day, Coach Dilly shows me where it was at and all this, and I thought, man, it'd be kind of cool if we could bring that back somehow, some way. And I know now things are a little different because the pool's there now and some other stuff. But we're gonna do our captain's workouts, not this week, but next week over there. We're going to really get after a little bit, and we're going to have the boys running the hill, bringing back some old times.
That just music to my heart right there.
So then they can all tell these stories when they're older and talk about how many times they ran up the hill and debate with classes. I
can still remember Elliot kicking Muddy's helmet all the way down the hill because things were getting testy up there because it was only like 190 out. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. builds character. I'll tell you one thing, and I don't know, I think he's moved on, but Marine Drill Sergeant Robinson used to come over in the summer weight program, and he would run us around the track in formation, in cadence.
Okay.
And you talk about 50 kids, and he was a drill sergeant, and this was before I was in the military. You talk about putting the fear of God in you, and he would just bellow out that cadence. And buddy, we ran in block formation around that track, and it just built unity, and I loved it. And I know there's different things. The coaches are all going to do different things, but building that team, and this community wants to support a program like that.
No, I agree.
100%. Even when Coach Witt had a little bit of taste of success there with a great class of seniors, the community was ready. You know, they love it, and most of your small towns do that. And this town loves its football, loves its basketball, and we're pulling for you 100%. Believe me, and looking forward to it. When can you break down your schedule a little bit for us? Tell us what's coming up.
So I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. So we open up against Bedford North again. That'd be at home. That game we're actually going to be honoring the 1981 sectional championship team. It'll be the 40th year anniversary.
It's Scotty West and all that crew.
I don't know if Scotty will be able to be there because he's a O-line coach at Danville, but I know Coach Siderwitz is going to be there, so that's going to be neat to have him there. And then after that, we head down to we play the Purple Guys down there in Bloomington. Week 2,
boy.
So let's get after it.
Same schedule.
We had him last year and let him get off the ropes a little bit late. We should have put that one away. We had a chance to win it late and didn't get it done. But hopefully our boys got a bad taste in their mouth, and when we head down there and get them on their home turf.
You can't get excited for the Bloomington South game, then you just go play something else. You know what I mean?
I get it. Anyway. I understand it.
Becky says, "Hey, Coach."
Hey, Becky, how you doing? Tell her to keep Randy in line for me.
Right.
Do that.
You know, Randy was he may have been 81 or 82.
He was on the 81 team.
He was a hell of a lineman.
He was.
As a kid growing up, and I ended up playing guard. He was one of the guys I watched and looked at and was like, that guy was just phenomenal.
He's a good coach too.
Little Bill,
He's a good coach. I'm glad I've got him on my staff. He does a really good job. But after Bloomington South, we host Greenwood at home, and then they kind of get into the mid-state there. I believe we go to Decatur after that, then Whiteland, then Franklin at home. Let's see if I remember this off the top of my head. And then I think it's at Perry, Morrisville at home, at Plainfield.
Yeah,
that Mooresville game, that's going to be a fun one too.
It was. You know, they were really, really good last year, and they'll be really good again this year just because Coach is a hell of a coach. Yeah. I mean, there's no getting around it. So
how dare
Teresa, we forgive you because she does a lot for the show.
Yeah, we forgive you.
My Lord, Kevin. What's up, James? He's ready for Monday Music Hour too. So
yeah,
I'm excited. I think that. There you go. Hardest working individual I've seen.
Hi, Ebony.
Talk about passion for what she's trying to get accomplished.
What she's doing and what John, all those guys, just that whole group of the board it's phenomenal. Farron, all those guys. I mean, just I'd go through and name all of them, but there's not anyone that's not pulling their weight. And as a head coach, I can kind of step back and they do it, and they ask me big questions, they ask me different things, and the work they're putting in is phenomenal right now.
Now you have a fundraiser going on or about to go on, or that you need some help with from around here.
So we're doing something that we did when I was at Southport. It's called a reverse raffle. We're gonna on August 21st we're gonna have our red blue reverse raffle, and we're teaming up with Coach Dorsett and the girls basketball team. And what we're looking for is. Basically, it's a fun night for $50 a ticket. It's all you can eat, all you can drink, and a chance to win $2,500.
Wow!
And there'll be all sorts of large basket raffle items and small baskets. There'll be 50-50s all night. It's just an overall fun night. At the end of it, it's funny, when we were at Southport, my wife looked forward to this. Just because it was date night for us, and it was a date night, and we got to have fun, and then we had a chance to win some money and some prizes. So
hang on one second, Natasha. Thank you so much. Woohoo! Love you, Krista. This is head football coach of Martinsville High School, Coach Duggar.
I commented. Yeah.
Natasha is the owner of Brain Chills here in town, and I went live in there unannounced today, and I about lost some of my free goodies I get because she gave me a stern warning. So it's all good.
That place is phenomenal.
Yeah, but so August 21st, where is it being held at?
So it's being held at the Atrium up on Thompson Road on south side of Indianapolis, really close to Roncalli High School.
Okay.
It's a great venue for it. It's a little bit of a drive from Martinsville, but finding a place that could hold 250 that could do gambling license and liquor license and all those things was a little bit of a feat, but that's where we were able to lock that place down, and we're excited about it. I think it's a great opportunity. When I was at Southport, we were raising $15,000 to $20,000 consistently with the reverse raffle, and I'd love to get it there at some point in time, just because not only is it's a great fundraiser for the programs, but more importantly, it's fun for the community to come together. And you talk about saw someone with their class of '82. There's some that person comes, they're hanging out with someone.
Though.
She can still come.
Yeah.
But class of '90, all these things, chance to hang out and just have a good time, and that's really what we're trying to instill a little bit.
So how do we get tickets?
Well, you can reach out to me or the quarterback club. Deidre Tomlinson has tickets as well. I can give my contact information to you guys. But $50 a ticket, and that's the big thing we're looking for right now. We're still looking for large basket items and donations that can be given to us that people can raffle off. And that's another great thing about this is a lot of times as a football program, we go and ask all these businesses, hey, we need money. We need money over and over again. And this is a little bit different because we're not asking for money. We're asking for an item. We're asking for your business to give something to us, whether it's, my wife went and got her hair done and the lady donated about $50 worth of stuff because she's hoping to get a client out of it down the road. Right. So,
thank you, Natasha.
Just anything like that anyone's, got the capability of donating stuff. We've had, different things donated when I was at Southport. We had a TV, we had a refrigerator, we had, there we go. Awesome. Got a gift card. Shields. See, there we go. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Natasha.
That's the way we like to work it there.
We had like a refrigerator and a microwave donated one time, and people they tied it up as like a dorm room package, and then Colts tickets or IU tickets or just anything that anybody's got that they'd be willing to either donate or they've got from their business, and there's small package items that we're looking for too. You can think of like, a movie night or, something simple as it's a bunch of popcorn and, a gift card for, something, aims, something that you can do to rent a movie, whether it's HBO Max now or something like that. But there's all sorts of items and things.
$50. I'll get with you, Natasha, and then I'll get it to Coach.
Awesome. So. Thank you so much. That's awesome. But there's things like that, and like I said, the goal with this is obviously to raise money for the football and girls basketball program. And like I said, Coach Dorsett and I have kind of teamed up on this and got his girls and my boys kind of working with it. But at the end, we're also trying to create kind of a fun night for the community. That's kind of something we want this to become an annual thing. Rob coming through again. He's
concert tickets donated.
Yeah, Rob's a man,
isn't he?
Yep.
Rob,
I think he was a member of that '81 team too. So
probably, yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
I think he graduated a year before me, so that would have been his sophomore year, probably.
I think that's about
freshman
right.
year. Yeah.
He'll let us know here in a second.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure. He may have been 83 when he graduated.
Okay.
He might slap me upside my head here too in a minute.
Yeah.
Do you need sponsors for the team?
We're always looking for sponsors. Never gonna
for the high school team.
Yeah. Never
That's Timmy. I was like, who commented that? That's Tim.
That's funny. One thing we're also going to look at this year is doing game ball sponsors and different things as we get closer to the season. But anything and anything, we're always looking to help out. That one's above my pay grade.
Here we go.
I think that Tim guy called it, so
we'll
right above you there
for now. But yeah.
We're going to do everything we can. Let's put it that way. Yeah. We want back in there as much as you want us back in there. I'm excited. Hopefully the community will turn out for you guys. And this year was a little different. I know you and I had talked early in the year about doing a fundraiser for you. And before things kind of got soured. We were planning on something with Coach Witt after the season, because you get a little momentum, and then after season, then everybody just kind of goes their own separate way. So we were looking at doing something in the January, February range, putting something together, running it out of the locker room live, having the kids come in, the cheerleaders, we hope so, kids coming in, cheerleaders coming in, and just pulling the community together to support.
I'm all about
Still
it.
got the kicking net?
Yeah, we do. Still got that kicking net.
That's what I'm talking about. I won't even get into that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We did that in one night in about a half an hour. I think
It was
first night was on.
First night we had Coach Witt
And he
in.
said, we can't even get a kicking net, and it's $300.
Boom, we had
And
money.
we had it $300.
That's awesome.
And then he went and got that put on there. We didn't ask him to.
No, that's awesome.
So, and every time I see a photo or something, there it is.
Coach Whitson's awesome.
Yeah.
I still like talk to him about every couple weeks or so.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
I follow him on Twitter.
Yeah.
So he's a good dude.
Mm.
So we'll look at something later in the year to keep the
absolutely. That'd be
momentum
awesome.
going.
Yeah.
And go from there. But I mean, we're gonna. My fans are relentless. They love it, and they love the Artesians. Gold pants. Let's talk gold pants.
Oh yeah.
Because here's and then this is we've discussed this, some of this alumni here. It to us, West Middle was a proving ground.
Mm-hmm.
Junior league football. You're in the dirt. You're in the mud. You're in the rain, and you had to earn your way up to play on that field and wear those gold pants. And there was nothing more exciting than walking across that road. There's Hunter D right there. Hunter Stout. Nothing was more exciting on a Friday night when you came out of that locker room, went out the doors, took left, and walked across that pavement, and you heard them spikes.
Mm-hmm.
And you could hear the fireworks and the cowbells and the air horns.
Right there, when he just said
Yep, and you came in through the gate there and through the crowd, basically, and then onto the stadium, into the field. Now you guys are at locker rooms across the way, which is fine. But those gold pants were earned. You know what I mean? They just now I don't know if they're back yet for good or not. We might not want to uncover that or not. But Witt did some cool things with the uniforms. I thought different helmets, different logos, and mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, we still got the gold pants.
Of course we do.
We're trying to keep them special though. I don't want them to become. I don't want them to become just something we wear. You know what I mean? I want it to be.
I understand that.
We wear them for special reasons.
Right.
Whether it's that purple team,
It's got to be earned.
Whether it's it's sectionals or something like that.
Is that the team that we won't mention? Is that it from now on?
Yeah, that's Coach Dilly told me I wasn't allowed to wear purple ever again when I first met him. He said purple's not allowed to be in my wardrobe, which I don't know that I had much purple in my wardrobe to begin with, but that was the first thing I was told was I can't wear purple. So Did
you hear his stories, Coach, when he was in here, Siderwitz?
Oh yeah,
about it. And I mean, I forget how old he is, but that is still there, still fresh, and he's rattling off stats and numbers, and you're like, man, that guy lived it.
I loved that segment you guys did with all those big time coaches, and I can only hope one day to be even. I
hate to say it, but to get on Sports Nuts, you got to be Hall of Fame.
No, I get it. I get it.
You had the legendary Bud Wright, and he remembered plays
from the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like it was tomorrow.
It was like he knew exactly how much time on the clock.
I watched all of them. I watched Bud, and then listened to Coach Gillen and all that crew in here. That was so fun.
Center Grove.
Yep, and then that one with Coach Siderwitz and Joe and those good. That was just fun.
That thing that we put together that Brad made of the field.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal.
No, it was awesome.
That was beautiful.
And just seeing all those guys in the background of it and kind of just, how much he means to them
100%.
and how much that they all mean to the town. That was like as a young coach in this town, in this district, it's fun to watch and learn and just kind of take it all in. And, I kind of went back and watched parts again just to kind of see it. It was fun.
Yeah.
He's a legend. That's for sure.
I can say Nolan's junior years when they brought the gold pants back. So
right. When
and it was a surprise to everybody. So we didn't. I mean,
I remember
a couple players knew, or the players knew.
Yeah.
One parent did because it was his gold pants that went to school with his son. and he modeled them in the locker room.
Oh, really?
And
Who, can you drop the name of the parent?
Galleon.
Okay.
Chad had his old gold pants somehow.
See, I couldn't squeeze
Seth,
into mine. I guess.
Seth took them and wore them, and they were like, okay. But what was cool was Siderwoods come in. It was Franklin here.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were 0-4 that first year of Wits, I think.
Yeah.
And it was homecoming. He brought out maybe it wasn't homecoming. Maybe it was. He had Siderwoods come in and give him a little pep talk.
Yeah.
Got him fired up.
Well,
and then they come running out in the gold pants and
place went bonkers.
crowds went nuts.
Two things, and I always tell these stories. There's no better feeling when we were good in '85 when we went to the Final Four. The years leading up to that, we had great teams. There's Danielle. Hello, dear. Just winging it right there.
Just winging it.
When you'd see that stadium when you'd hit the ground out there, and it's 8,000-10,000 people all the way around the fence, 3 wide. The junior league football kids were sitting in the north end zone. It just as a kid and as a player, it was unbelievable. But it also sets you up for when you go. There you go, playing the gold pants hunter. When you go to Warren Central, that you didn't. I mean, they were far superior athletes than us, and they were going to beat us 99 out of 100 times. But the crowd didn't affect us because we were used to playing in front of that. The Dome, we had a huge crowd. We were the very first game in the Dome, Hoosier Dome. And we beat the brakes off of Bedford.
Wait,
like
what's
50,
that?
Oh yeah,
Hoosier Dome.
It's already been gone.
It's long gone.
But we beat the brakes. Here's the funny thing: is the '85 Bears played the Bills there in an exhibition game the night before in the Dome, and we were in the Bears locker room. And you talk about
Was he
dude
looking around for something?
I wanted.
Was he looking
I wanted
around
to
for
hug
some
Wilbur
kind of
Marshall or sweetness from
mouthpiece of
right.
Walters or
Their
something?
equipment was in there, but
He's a Bears fan.
that stuff, the memory of taking the field like that, and you want to talk about locker room. We had to go to Terre Haute, Anthony Thompson, junior year, who should have won the Heisman his senior year at IU. Cluster game, had to win your cluster. And some of these guys will know this. We had a bus driver, and more than a bus driver, Buck Fry, dying of cancer. No way he makes that trip over there, but they bring him over in an ambulance and back that up to the back door. And those doors open up, and they had messed with us. Our locker room was messed up. So the field was like right here, but our locker room was over by Walmart. So you had to literally go 2 miles to get to the stadium. They open those doors, and he comes off that gurney and walks in there and goes, go out there and kick their ass.
That's awesome.
And you talk about 18-year-old kids that were, we sprinted, and coach was, I looked up and he's running with us. We couldn't wait to get on that field. It was a misty, rainy night. We beat him 33-16 or something like that. But he was a stud in high school.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff like that you never forget.
No.
Whole community was there. This team travels well when they're doing well. You know,
that's the hope to get that back.
That's what we need.
Let's get it back. I mean, I'd love to bring the fire trucks and everything back to take a lap,
that's
all
what
that
I'm
stuff.
talking about.
I mean, some people don't embrace history. I'm not that type of guy. I want all that stuff back. I want as much as we can make. Add some new with it, and just let's keep building traditions.
Get it back to the
Yeah.
Decatur Central Martinsville game here, third senior year.
Oh yeah.
When there wasn't a seat in the stadium.
Yes, I love that
Line
story. Yep, there you go.
fence.
Yep, Tori related to
Tori.
That night was probably at that point in time in my life was the most emotional I could ever have gotten, and stayed focused and doing what you needed to be done because everybody loved him. And when he hit that locker room, I mean, it was hot and humid, and you could have heard a pin drop. Hello, Mike. And he just says that, and everybody's like, let's go. So,
That's awesome.
But that's the stuff you need. And I think this community will back you 100%. And we're looking forward to it.
I feel like they already are, and
yeah.
I feel like it's going to keep growing. I really do.
Whew, got me pumped up now. I got to go find my helmet. I don't think I could do one up down. So, do they do them anymore? Are they allowed? You can't even.
We did it. You know what? It's funny. We haven't done them very often, but we had to do them the other day. So the other day at practice, it was hot. It was a real hot day, and we got after it in the weight room that morning, and then we went out on the field, and I had to I told them, hey, on the hop, and there were some kids walking. they kind of know that I can teach them how to be on the hop if I need to. So we stopped and took care of a few things real quick, and then I said on the hop, and we quickly went to our next drill. So
Right. Yeah. Was no walking. Back in the day, I think Coach Hannaford and Coach Eric, the linemen had to carry yardsticks because we were small, but we were super quick. Evan's ready. She posted something today. I'm ready for some football.
Yeah.
And so splits were important. So they always had them yardsticks. And sometimes them yardsticks were used for splits, and sometimes they were used for motivational tools. So
I don't think I can get away with that one.
no,
Today.
but that was back in the day.
Yeah.
So he loved his Artesian the story parade day with the boys. Yep, I remember that, Tori. That was awesome. Just a great guy. So yeah, there's some stories like that, and some of the characters along the way. Coach Hannaford, Coach Eric, Coach Kuntz, Coach Tutt, Coach Soderwitz, Coach Blank, and I think Coach Blank is at Center Grove with Joey. Is he not?
I'm not aware of that. If he is,
I think so.
Oh no.
But Coach Soderwitz had a hell of a staff, and some fascinating. Some of the plays that, like the bubble screen. Did you hear that? Even Bud Wright was like, "Yeah, I think Bill installed that."
Yeah.
And that everybody on the planet runs to
College
this day.
started running.
Yeah. So I mean, it's I don't know.
Well, we've always said it. Coach Siderwitz's staff was all Hall of Famers in their own right.
You had Derek who could dissect defenses on offense, and Tutterow who could make plays in a whim, and then Coach
like
Kuntz.
that. The bubble screen.
Yeah, Coach Kuntz was the ultimate motivator because he scared the living daylights out of you.
Yeah.
But out of respect.
yeah.
So, anyway, we're ready, Coach.
We're ready.
We may have lost some things, but that banner has been up. That M has been there from
Love
day
it.
one, and it's got an Artesian quarterback signature on there.
Yeah, Jerry, yeah.
Mr. Seaston.
That's right. What year was he? He was quarterback on the
77,
75. Now he played. I'm pretty sure he played basketball with my high school basketball coach, Mark James.
Yes,
They were on the same team.
yes,
So,
yes.
as when I was looking at this, when I was going through the process of this job, I leaned heavily on Coach James being a Martinsville guy.
Yes, sir.
So,
Mr. Mulliken wants to know about the O-line.
O-line.
We love the O-line.
Yeah, O-line's we're banged up right now, ironically. Good thing it's the summertime. We're a little banged up, but they're all injuries that kids are going to come back from, ankles and, shoulders and stuff like that. Nothing that should be long-term. But I really like our O-line. We've got 3 starters returning. Our center, right guard, and right tackle are all back. They're all... Wyatt Schrake's getting some looks at some schools right now. 6'4", 280 kid that can
He's
move.
a big boy, yeah.
He can move, and Luke is no size, he's 6 something and 300 pounds. So he can move somehow.
Who's that?
Luke Edwards. So big Luke, he's doing well as well, and Sam Lyday returning at center as well. And then we got probably about 5 or 6 kids that are all capable of going in and playing right now, on top of those 3. So
Never going to have enough linemen.
No. And Coach Dilly always wants more. That's he'll go through his depth chart and he'll say, we need more. I'll tell you what, that's the nice thing we talked about there, Eric, is we return 5 or 6 guys who played out wide last year, significant minutes. And then on top of that, a kid who probably would have been a starter for us last year that tore his ACL didn't even get to play last year. So you throw him in with Tyler Atkins at quarterback, and those 6 or 7 kids, we might have some fun this year slinging the ball around. I joke with those kids all the time. When I was at Southport, I've led the state in passing before. I don't mind doing it again. It'd be fun.
I like hearing that. As a lineman, it's much easier to backpedal twice and 3-step drop and it's out, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's not bad, than having to go against a big guy. So
we got big hole to fill in Tyler Cox. He was a guy for us last year. He was legit, and he's running back, and we'll do it by committee, I think. But we got some guys that have had good summers, and
right.
I like where we're at.
See who steps up.
Yeah, exactly.
Overall, how many seniors you got coming back?
Oh, yeah, put me on the spot there. I believe we're almost at 20. I'd have to double check that.
It's a decent number, though.
Yeah, we got a good amount. It's a good senior class, kids that are really bought in and showing up all the time. It's got a kid like Weston Pemberton who's played since he was a freshman. It's got
Still in school? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
He was a freshman when Nolan.
This is last year eligibility, unfortunately.
He's
a redshirt senior.
That's right. Redshirt injury, transfer portal senior.
Right, right. There you go.
No, he's not.
27, but who's counting?
No, but he'll be an anchor on our defense this year.
He's a very good player.
But it's a good group of seniors. They're really kind of. We kind of challenged them this offseason, really diving into more leadership stuff. And I felt like that was one thing that we had to get better as a program was building leadership and having kids that could, there's an old saying that bad teams, no one leads, good teams, coaches lead, great teams, players lead. And I
100%.
really hung that on them this year. Like, hey, you know what? We can be good, but if you guys want to be great, it's going to take you guys. Right. So, and that's really what we've done a lot.
I like Mr. Mulligan. I'm like, what's the chain game?
I was going to say, I thought Eric was part of the
DC coaches.
Sheets'
that's
chain gang.
That's there's been some good stories about the chain gang over there, and we'll keep that to the after hour show.
So. I like to keep those DCs a little nervous, whether it's our tempo or whether it's our spread offense or RPOs, whatever we're doing. I like to give them nightmares. That's a goal of mine.
Let's switch to defense. Can you tell us a little bit? You know what? I'm going to go back further. Can you tell us who your offense defense coach? Can you break them down? Who's
absolutely.
I want to know those.
So let me kind of go through this here. So my O-line coach is Coach Nate Dilley. You guys know Nate, former player. Our wide receivers coach is a guy named Evan Gaylord. Evan coached with me at Southport for a few years, and then he went up and coached at Adrian College in Michigan for about 2 or 3 years, and then I was able to steal him back down here to be my wide receiver, offense coordinator guy. There you go. Kind of take charge when I'm at the other end, helping out and stuff. And then running backs coach Chase Lay, quarterbacks coach everybody knows is the famous Rob Helms. Does quarterbacks and head freshman coach for me, so he does a really good job with that. Defense, my defense coordinator is Alan Trump. Alan would be his second year calling it. Last year I threw him to the Wolves, and said, hey, good luck. He's 1 year.
He's been in the program for a while.
Yeah, he's been on there. He's kind of worked his way up, and Alan's doing a great job. He's really this offseason's been phenomenal for him, just diving into more responsibility that he wanted, and he's doing a good job with it. Linebackers coach is a Zach Geltz, a kid who played for me at Southport. He was a 7th grader my first year. So it's a funny story. I coached Zach. My first year, I was a varsity football coach, assistant varsity basketball coach, and then the 7th grade head baseball coach. And I coached Zach in 7th grade baseball. So Zach's been with me. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I coached 3 sports. Yeah, that's how you stay single for a long time, right there. So, So Zach does linebackers. It's awesome having a kid that that played for me doing that. D-line coach, I got Steve Weber was the head coach at Bedford North Lawrence last year. So Steve, 20 some years coaching experience, is going to come and do our defensive line. It's a great get for us as a program. Just a great guy in general. Been great for the kids. Let's see here. Our overhangs, our safety positions are being coached by Jim Whitney. Jim's a guy who works in the building, coached at Monrovia for a long time, then gave it up, kind of followed his daughter in travel softball, but wanted to get back in it.
Did he have a son play at Monrovia too?
I'm not sure about that.
Sounds real familiar.
There was a Clay Whitney that was a beast.
Yeah. Sounds
so I know Jim coached out there for quite a while, so it would make sense.
He was Nolan's. They always competed, and the dude was he was good.
And then got a young kid named Matt Box who's going to coach corners for us. He played up in is it Bremen or Bremen? I can't ever pronounce it right.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. You say it wrong every time you say it. But he's and then he played at Taylor for 2 years, I think, and then transferred to IU to get his teaching degree and stuff. So he's been doing his student teaching for us, and he'll be coaching the DBs. And then freshman staff, Coach McKinney is going to be our O-line, D-line guy at the freshman level, which is just phenomenal having a guy of his caliber coach have a.
It's got to be Tim. It don't show up on my phone, but it's got to be Tim.
Defense coach who has a great name. Tell him Whiteland's jet sweep is fake news. Just stop it if they're on his game.
Yeah. That jet sweep something else. I'll tell you that.
We watch that all the way down the field, and we're like, every time.
Yeah,
so.
it's good. Coach does a good job with that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Coach Fisher does. But Coach, having a coach like Coach McKinney at the freshman level, it's what he wanted to do, kind of get back to teaching basics with us. That's going to make our program so much better. Like I talked earlier, he's just a great coach and great for kids. So it's awesome. And then got 2 young guys as well helping out at the freshman level, former players Corbin Williams and Michael Betts. They're both going to be helping out at the freshman level. So just guys down there, good young guys help out.
Sounds like you have a lot of pieces in place.
Yeah,
for the kids to be successful. Now it's all about effort.
Yeah, no, it is. I really like our staff, and I like our players. I think it's a good group of kids, and they're buying into what we're selling, and they're working hard. And I mean, you don't ever like to get too high or too low at this point in the year because it's July and you haven't played anybody. But we're going to be better next year. I know that. What that means, I don't know, but we're going to be better next year.
I think we're already better.
Well, there's one boy, I don't want to throw names, but at the baseball alumni game, he was on the, he's a senior. I went, who's this kid?
Right.
And they told me his name, and I went, does he play football? I went, yeah, he's a safety, I think.
Oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
And I was like, that dude looks bigger than anybody out here. Yeah. I was like, he looked like a mean machine. Is he?
Riddick is his name. Riddick is.
Is that the one that had the kind of the quirky when you get in the batter's box?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably. It sounds about like Riddick.
It was just
with a name like that.
If I could
better be me.
Oh yeah.
If I could take Riddick Bolton's attitude and effort and put that into every kid, oh my goodness, that kid is an unbelievable kid.
Now, as a freshman, was he running the ball?
I'm not sure about that. I know he had. Before I was here. I do know
when Nolan was a senior, I kept hearing his name as a running back.
What's funny is when we were kind of going through and looking at our depth chart this offseason, Coach Dilly mentioned is Riddick's a pretty good running back. We're looking to fill that void.
He is, yeah.
So
I was just watching him play baseball. I was like, that kid's gotta just wipe out some people.
He's
Will Nix.
Will
Will was one of them players too.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Let's talk about the alumni game because that was the greatest inning of baseball I have ever seen in my life. If you'd have been there, you'd agree.
And there was a lot of people asking if the football's.
I know. I've already been asked that a bunch of times.
I'm ready.
I got a bad feeling about that one.
That might not be a good idea.
Bring the defibrillator.
That's right.
The crutches.
No, the baseball game.
Can we set up like some Madden or something to do that?
Right.
Yeah, there you go. That'd probably be
and then we'll do this as quick as possible, but the alumni were down 7 runs going into the last inning.
6.
It
was
1912.
1912.
And we went to the bullpen and called in Doug Payton.
Yeah.
So Doug took over on the mound for us. And before you know it, it's like a 2 or 3 run game. Well, a guy come up to bat with 2 outs that wasn't feeling it. And so somehow he got hit by the pitch and loaded the bases. or put the winning run at the plate. And John Eric Bennett, football and baseball,
walk-off.
It's a walk-off. And it was the funnest 30 minutes. And you talk about those kids that baseball team was so mad next year, it could get ugly. It could get ugly.
Coach Peterson
was hurt and couldn't walk, and he did the Kirk Gibson and walked out there and
crushed one,
smoked one. And the best thing was Jerry Kohler, 50-year-old Jerry Kohler, took the mound, and he looked. I mean, the image was there. But he probably threw 20 pitches. I probably threw 30 pitches in that inning. For the first 20 were warming that old arm up.
Yeah.
But there was a 4 or 5 pitch window.
The last 2 batters, I think.
Yeah, you were like, there's an MLB player right there.
Proving it a little bit.
Zip, and his breaking ball was working.
Nice.
But then he came in the dugout and he said, yeah, you had a 20 and you had about a 5, and then it was over. He said so. He goes, awesome. That's that. He had a window about that big.
Coach Peterson did a great job with that.
That was phenomenal.
I'd love to find a way to do something cool like that. I don't know if there's a liability issue with that with football.
Yeah, some bones may get broken. You know what I mean? How big's that one kid? 6'4"? Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Here you go, buddy.
Not a chance. That's how Billy got his leg broke from Dean. So, but yeah, that we'll have to do something. Maybe a contest or something because
we Madden thing. Maybe
we will gladly show up for that. But
if you can find uniforms that would fit us all, we'd go out there.
I mean, if you guys all come to the red blue reverse raffle, I can bring uniforms for you guys all to wear. If you guys all come, if that's what we want to do.
Yeah, this probably doesn't look as good. Yeah. Not even
Hey, but if you're walking out of there with $2,500, you're not going to care what you're looking like.
That's true. That's true. That's hilarious. We'll figure something out. We got to do something because we got to stay one up on the baseball team. But that was a hell of a night, and it was a 3-hour fun fest, and we had a ball with it, and every kid in that dugout did, and
it's awesome.
Both sides. So, and I think fans kept coming as the night went on because like, what's going on. So we should have had him in and discussed that, but next year we'll be able to.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely.
Anybody got any questions for Coach? Timmy's hammering that jet sweep. You need to hire the guy and just get him on. That's his sole purpose.
Timmy, I would say I hate defending the jet sweep, but I love running it. So
right.
Yeah, that's true. Coach Helm's right. The red-blue game is going to be, it's a full-on event this year. I like what we're doing. We're going to, obviously, red-blue game like normal. We'll have the middle school kids. We'll have, all that going on. But we're partnering with the school and the teachers union. And we're doing a community night. It's think of it as kind of like we're opening back up, like Martinsville. We're gonna open back up, and there's gonna be a movie show, and there's gonna be all sorts of. It's gonna be like a carnival atmosphere.
What night is that?
That would be that first Friday in August. I think it's like the 4th or 5th or 6th. Or I'm terrible with dates. I'm sorry, but it's. Let me look at my phone here. August 6th, that night. So it'll be.
And you'll have media there, correct?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
Yeah. I think so.
Mr. Cox wants to know who's running back to our
I'd love to have Tyler Cox back one more, but no, we got. Like I said, we're going to do it by committee this year. I like where we're at. We've got guys like Austin Fry, kind of was a backup last year. He'll kind of be a guy that's going to probably be up there at the first group. Yep, August 6th. Yep. But then guys like Weston Pemberton, Riddick Bolton, Braden Shrake. We've got. There's probably 6 or 7 guys that are probably going to carry the ball. Like last year, we kind of gave the ball to Tyler and said, hey, you're going to get the ball 20, 25 times. And then from there, this year it's going to be a little bit more running back by committee. And, we'll just kind of mix it up, keep them off balance a little bit. Daniel Ham will get some carries. I mean, there might be 7, 8 guys who get carries in a game.
And somebody could step up.
If somebody gets hot, you ride the hand. Absolutely. Yep. For sure.
Sectional is different than here in Eastview or East Central. Silver Creek, North Vernon, and Mooresville.
Yeah. So, you look at our sectional. We made the sectional championship game last year. Big step for our program. And, was what our kids, we really talked about at the end of the season. Our seniors in the locker room, I think it was Larry Bland. I can't remember. But, somebody said, and it basically was 100% true, just getting to the sectional championship game is not good enough. Right. We want more. We got to take the next step, and the expectation is get to this game, but the expectation is win this game. So, and I thought that's coming from not from a coach, from a player, a senior player in the locker room telling the underclassmen, don't just get here, win this thing next time. But yeah, you got there's some really good teams. East Central's year in year out as good as can be. Is good. Silver Creek, I don't really know much about them, but they're always 11-0 and 10-1 and all that every single year. And I don't care if you're playing bad competition or not. Going 11-0 and 10-1 is not easy. No. So that tells you something. And then Morrisville, I've said enough about that. Coach Gillen's phenomenal. I think he's one of the top coaches in the state, and he's got guys like Casey who Casey recruited some of my quarterbacks when he's at UND, and he's a phenomenal coach, and guys like Bob Denton, who I'd love to steal back somehow, some way, But I mean,
you got Bob and Joe up there, and Bob, or is Joe even there anymore? I think he is. Yeah, I think. But Bob's a sports nuts guy too, so it's kind of crossing the streams here.
Yeah. So. Well, he's got a little Mooresville in him. So.
There you go.
There you go. Becky wants to know, do you have a favorite memory of the first year here?
Favorite memory? Well, I just football wise is probably that Greenwood game, the winning the game in overtime on the 2-point, getting the stop, our D line making a big stuff there, and just playing good sound football against a really good team. The thing about Greenwood is they don't overpower. They don't have the athletes that maybe Decatur has. They don't do the jet sweep that maybe Whiteland does, but they're so good up front. Like they just pound on you up front. And it's 3 yards in a cloud of dust type stuff. And
Big Ten style.
Yeah, I mean, you got 2 tight ends, 2 fullback. I mean, it's just go at you. And to go to over, first of all, we were down 28-14 going into the fourth quarter. Tyrus was at quarterback at that time, and he got hot. Tyrus got hot in the fourth quarter, and I think he threw 2 touchdowns and got us back in it, and threw a touchdown in the overtime. And then we got a bit. I mean, you don't like your odds when you're lining up them going for 2 to win the game from the 3-yard line when they're 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Right.
It's like, here we go, and our kids rose to the occasion and did it, and that was just. The kids rushing the field.
We've been on the losing end of that before, so
so
unfortunately,
yeah, no, I get it.
That was
that's how it goes.
That purple team that we're talking about. So
yeah, I've won some that way, and I've lost some that way. But so far at Martinsville, I've only won one, so it's a good.
There
thing.
you go.
Yeah.
Now we've had the coach from Franklin, the current coach from Franklin, in studio.
He's a great coach too.
He's won a state title or one or two. Looking forward to that. And one of the funnest nights we had doing what we were doing was going over to that facility. That place it's not the Custer Baker that we grew up going to.
You know what's crazy about the mid-state is 5 years ago, the mid-state was average. I mean, you had Decatur and Whiteland, and then that was pretty much it. And then you've had some coaching changes in there. You look at what Franklin's done with Coach Cole. Look at Mooresville's done with Coach Gillen. I mean, Martinsville with Coach Whitson. Yeah. I mean, there was some major changing, and you're talking now that this is a great. Really good conference, right? And the coaching is great every week. Like there's no like, oh, we're playing this team this week. It's good coaching.
No easy ones on the schedule.
No, and going against Coach Cole is tough for me because his defense coordinator is one of my really really good friends, Matt Taylor. Played with me at Franklin Central, and then he coached with me at Southport. So, it's always tough to go up against a good buddy like that.
Sure.
But he does a good job.
Thank you, dear. 50 stars.
We're worldwide right now, so that...
She's in New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yes. Nice.
So, Artesians are going worldwide right now.
Go.
Which I think this is about the same time you were on that one night. So, it's like noon there tomorrow?
It's 14 hours. Well, Australia's 14 ahead of us, and I think...
what time is it there? How you say your name? Sean.
How far? They might be a little further.
Just cool though.
Or a little less. Oh, I know. Yeah. They kid with me a lot, but I'm like, when I see them pop on, I'm like, that's the kind of coverage we're going to try to look at with us here. We're going to try.
Hey, I'm all in.
We
Friday nights. Artesian football.
We had We had a bar in
or that'd be
Iowa.
Saturday mornings.
Right.
Artesian football.
Yeah, exactly.
We had a bar in Iowa that by the end of the year knew the players' names and who was carrying. And from one of our listeners that was tending, she would put it on for him.
Michelle graduated from
so
it was
that's awesome.
Every Friday night.
Awesome.
And I think the night of the last game we did, I think we had 4 different countries and like 13 different states were tuned in, like 700.
We don't need to talk about that.
I know. I know. But that was a precursor to what was going to happen as we move forward, and we're want to get back on track with that, and it starts this year, hopefully.
Yeah.
And get back to some winning football.
That's the plan.
So we do around here. We win football games.
That sounds good to me.
right. Makes your job a lot easier.
Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do that. Right. That's right.
Well, Coach, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Happy to have you on finally. I know we've talked about it for a little bit. Fun season this year. Yep. And like I said, we're a sponsor now for Martinsville Junior Football League. We're one of the main sponsors. I grew up in that league. I know all of us played or did something. I don't think Billy ever did. He's too big of a sissy to do anything like that. Just teasing. Thank you, Teresa. Actually, he broke his leg playing in football, but that's a story we'll talk about some other day.
But that's the thing, though. You talked about there is growing up playing football. Yep. Like that's what that league offers, and that's what
100%.
There's something about the game of football, and it teaches you so many life lessons. It's so much about. There's no other team sport like that where you got to have 11 people on one side of the ball all on the same page. Yep. Yeah. Basketball, I love basketball, but at the end of the day, it can come down to one really good basketball player that can take over and do things. In football, that's really tough. But
the Bloomington fans are already starting.
They're already after it.
No, we love Teresa. She does a lot for us every event. We got one coming up next week and next week. So as a brotherhood, exactly, Ebony.
It is, and another thing is, I think some of the football was kind of under attack, for about 5-7 years ago, and it's nice that coaches have gone out of their way to make football safer.
Right,
and they
head up, and
we could have complained and said, oh, whatever, and I think our coaching organization basically said, you know what we're going to do is we're going to get better. Right. And that's testament to the type of guys who are coaching football. They're not just going to complain and do things the way we always have. We're going to do what's best for kids. 100%. And that's not just Indiana. That's nationwide. 100%. So the fact of what we're doing to help kids be safe, no one should be afraid of their kid playing football. Right. We're not. It's not like. I mean, not like when we played where we just beat on each other the whole time. There's been studies that it was fun stuff, and I'm not going to complain about it. But there have been studies that there's there's safer ways to do things, and
sure,
there's things that we can still enjoy the game that we loved and still have fun with it. So, and Tyler, it was awesome coaching you. Love you, buddy.
That's good stuff right there. That's what you want to see. Guys, come out and support this team. Support the coach. We are going to do our best to help every step we can. I know they've got the game coming up on August 4th.
6. Red-blue game.
6. I'm sorry. Red-blue game. I wrote that down wrong, and then I think Ebony corrected us all on the date.
I gave you like 7 dates, so I didn't help you.
Sometime between now and Christmas, they're going to play a game. We'll be there. We're going to try to support them as much as we can this year within limits. There's another... Julie Reeves, right there. She. You guys don't see it. They used to show when people popped on. How you doing, Julie?
I'm friends with her. I don't know why she don't pop up.
Maybe I'm just special. Yeah. Anything else you want to add, Coach, or talk about, or
no? I mean, I can keep going as long as you want to go about anything. But
I know what I want to say. Next weekend, we're doing a very special fundraiser for Gold Star family here in town.
Okay.
I don't know what y'all got going on Sunday. Is it we starting at 2 on Sunday?
You said 2:00. Yeah, you made it.
If you happen to be in the area and some of the boys might want to come in and say hey.
Okay.
Yeah, and I almost asked you tonight if you wanted to bring a couple of them in, but I don't know. I don't want to get too many people in trouble right off the bat.
Fair enough. We'll see what we can do.
We'll see how the week goes.
Yeah, exactly.
You're special. All right, there you go. Yeah. So that's good stuff. But we have something going on next Saturday, and you're more than welcome to stop by, and say hello.
I appreciate that.
And then of course tomorrow night we got Monday Music Hour, the last episode of the first season with Rob Helms,
the Rob Helms
in studio.
What do they call that?
Monday Music.
The last show of the season.
Finale.
There we go.
It's the one where it's the cliffhanger where it's.
Monday Music Hour finale. See, that sounds more professional.
Yeah. So the Monday Music Hour finale tomorrow night. But we still got our Star Search going on.
Yeah.
And
that'll be the next week.
That'll be the next weekend, and next Monday. And we've got some phenomenal guests coming, including Mr. Hayden's coming in. So, former player. With some magic pipes. The guy can sing. I'm impressed. So, well, Coach, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you for having me on.
Did he just play basketball?
Dallas played football, I'm pretty sure.
No.
That I don't know.
I know he played basketball.
I know he played basketball.
I just don't know if he played any other sports
football.
Here.
We'll find that out for sure. But glad to finally have you in studio. I know we've talked about it for a while. Despite all of it, we're here for you. We're going to support you however we can. If this is as good as it gets, we'll keep moving forward. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that, and I appreciate all you guys do for the community. Being an outsider coming in and kind of just watching what you guys do here, it's phenomenal. So keep up the good work, and
thank you, sir.
Keep doing what you do for this great town. That's what I would say there.
You started off on the right foot by saying we don't wear purple anymore. That right there is going to get you some votes. I'm just telling you. There's a lot of. What's that on? Rob. 64 ended. 64. So now
I'm actually pretty good. I'm sweating in here a little bit, Rob.
Right.
No, these guys got me under the lights, and pick them. No, I'm kidding.
Every show, as soon as I turn the cameras off, hang meat in here. He's out. He goes outside.
I feel it. I don't know that it's that cold, but I get it. It's. I'd rather be cold than hot, though. I mean,
he is such a good host for. Well, an off topic here from football, but he is a football coach too.
when we were kicking this idea around, we wanted to do a music show. I can't sing. I don't know anything about music. So when we were talking to our group, I said, let's get Rob. Let's ask Rob.
Yeah.
And so we asked us, who you think music in Martinsville? He's the first name, his family and his name comes. But man, he has carried the torch, and some of the talent that he has brought in here, and his knowledge in the field as itself. I said it this 2 weeks ago. He was telling me how it worked industry wise. And the coach was coming out. And I told him, I go, you're coaching me, because he loves it. He lives it. He grew up in it, and he just does a phenomenal job.
I mean, we're sending.
He's an artesian thick and through.
Oh, 100%.
There's not.
We've got the Christmas tree, the Christmas music spectacular, or what?
Do you just play Jingle Bell Rock on repeat? Is that
it's the Bobby Helms Christmas special, and I'm butchering the name, but he's involved with it, with all that, and Porch Time, and he just does a wonderful job with everything he touches, and we're happy to have him on board with that. But
I'm happy to have him on my staff.
Yeah, good dude. Rob's good dude.
Sending guests to American Idol.
I know.
I mean,
you appear on here, and the next thing you know, you're in the running to be on American Idol's finals.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're good on this one. I'm telling you.
Well, you never know.
Unless we're doing some tone deaf or something.
There's Mr. Wallace right there. He's the best. Y'all are great. Thank you, Scott. We're gonna get Scott in here snapping photos. I told him, I said, he just lives right down the way here. I said, when we got that talent in here, pop open the door and come in. He takes some good pics. You're welcome, Rob. Love you, buddy. We'll see you.
Honestly, though, have Rose. What goes this Wednesday?
I think so. For
she
like one of the final steps.
The executive producer of American Idol. That's her last step. She passed last week, and if she passes this week, we're going to see her on TV. She remembers the Porch Time guys when she's on stage. She's like,
shout out.
Looks in the camera and goes, "Hey, Porch Time."
Working into a song or something. Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. I like it.
Coach, looking forward to it, buddy.
Yeah. I don't know what the best way, but anybody who's looking for tickets, they can reach out to me. I don't know if it's through you or whatever. We can
get a hold of me, and I'll send them to you.
Yeah.
We've communicated. We know how to get a hold of each other. So
tickets, raffles, anything you got, anything you want to donate, we're all about it. So just trying to raise money for football and girls basketball.
There was nothing better than going to the fair with those bruises all over you, because you was like, we've been practicing football. The girls love that stuff. So good stuff. Anyway. Coach, it's been an honor, sir. We look forward to Friday nights right over here at Artesian Field, or Ciderwoods Field. So thank you so much.
Hey, thank you again.
And we'll have you back on now that we've pushed you through the door. We're going to keep bringing you in. So
I'm in.
All right, boss. You guys, thank you so much. Love you guys. See you guys tomorrow night for Monday Music Hour. And do not forget, next Sunday we have our very special fundraiser.
That's going to be
for Valita Fritchie.
Special day there.
Gold Star family for Ryan. And baked goods is what we want the most of. But if anything you can give, gift cards, things like that. This is our first time we've ever done a Gold Star family, and I cannot think of a better story and individual to cover it for. So don't forget, that's next Sunday. Love you guys. We will see you tomorrow night on Monday Music Hour with Mr. Rob Helms. And we're gonna have it so cold in here tomorrow night that there's gonna be frost on the pumpkin.
In the season. Great.
Right. Coach, we'll see you. Love you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.